Howdy, folks. Tonight, you guys get a special extended edition. Limited edition. So, just got back from the circus with the family, and oh, by the way, it is so much fun to go to a circus with a little kid. She's 2, she was cheering, she was singing. Lots of fun. And the performers, of course, were great. Everybody was awesome. And now we make this motorcade from IKEA where we parked and are really thankful our cars are still here, even though there are, of course, a few more in the parking lot, but barely. And it's 10 p.m. and that means that it's an hour and a half past my bedtime as a teacher. So that sucks. But this apparently is the last time I'll ever get to see the circus ever. So it was cool. I'll get to tell my grandkids that we saw the animals when they weren't, you know, animatronics or robots or whatever the hell we'll call them. Or, you know, like I said, clones. But mad shout out to the camel trainer lady. Super hot. She was cool. And the guy who, of course, spins around in the wheel, pendulum thing, pretty cool. The tiger guy, you're watching, just expecting him to get eaten. And there were times where you're like, oh, that tiger's pissed at him right now. I think one took a swipe at him, but it's crazy. It's like a kindergarten teacher. Except he has like these sticks and whips, and he just holds them in their faces so they can't go after him. It's crazy. But I still expected him to get eaten, and he didn't. So I'm sure he only has about 30 more shows to live. And then, of course, he may be looking for a new job for sure. Maybe Cirque du Soleil will pick him up or something along those lines. The bike guys, so they were flawless until the last guy, and I'm sure he's one of the best, because what he tried to do was, he tried to do a front flip over an incline, which physics says is really, really, really hard to do, and he was a few inches from landing it. And the fact that he attempted it means he lands it most of the time. So mad shout out to you, bro. I'm sorry you didn't land it in front of us people here, but I'm impressed. What else? You know, you got them chicks that spin around in those circles and, you know, hoops, and the Asians that are always good at stretching, you know, somehow getting their head right next to their vagina. It's incredible. It was fun. And so I'm sad to see the circus go. It is, I don't know if it's the greatest show on earth still, and maybe that's the issue that they're facing. They're here for 5 nights, and this was all corporate tonight, I think. Every section had different people, companies in it. We were at a certain company of my mother-in-law, so lots of props to my mother-in-law's company, which I won't label for reasons I'm not sure yet. And I had a great time with the family. Really good time. Needless to say, I'm super tired right now, and this drive's gonna be torturous. So I may or may not just put the phone down and just focus on driving home, because I already feel really tired. The life of a teacher. But those of you who are parents are kind of like, shut up. I'm out with my kids constantly. Yeah, but they're your kids, so you shut up. And when speaking of, I stopped by a pizza joint on the strip here that was near where we saw it, and got to see one of my kids. I knew she was working tonight because she told me. And it was a cool little funny thing. She doesn't really have a dad, and they joke that I'm kind of her dad, and I'm sure as I walked out, that story came up with everybody. There are about 8 people in the restaurant, all employees. It looks like it's time to close. And she was adorable, running out to see me. I'm not sure how she'll fare in life, but she did have a job at age 15, so 16. At least she's out working, and that's more than a lot of my students. So with that said, I think I'm gonna cut this extra part short. Yeah, I'm just freaking tired. So thanks for listening, everybody, and arrivederci.